Hello. Good evening. I hope everyone's doing well. To no one's surprise, we're playing. Because why am I laggy? Holy moly. Okay. I guess okay. I guess that's just how the game's gonna go. Why am I lagging? That is so strange. I was fine on the starting soon screen. Is there something running that shouldn't be running? Let's see. Firefox is eating up a lot. A lot. Chrome is 2. Why is Chrome? There's only 2 tabs open. You know, I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Let me restart. I'm still lagging. Okay. Oh, I guess this is just how it's gonna be. Okay. So last night we got to the island here and we met this fellow, and we need to get him to confess to the murder. But I was falling asleep with the dialogue. It's like I'm like there and I'm like trying my hardest to like listen, and I'm just dying. I'm just dying because like I was so tired. I cleaned my whole house yesterday and then it's like, oh, you're streaming it. So I have no idea how close we are to the end, but honest to God, it feels like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. Like we're so close. Like it's his sunk cost. But I couldn't do it. It was 2 a.m. I needed to sleep. So we're gonna finish the story. Oh man, I could level up a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so I should do a quick recap. Basically, we got to the island here. Well, we investigate. Okay, so we started. I wanted to go back and arrest Miss Orange, but I couldn't because you only get one chance. Goddamn. So we decided to investigate, and we went to go find Ruby, and we found her, and then I failed the fucking roll, and she killed herself. So that's great. And then we investigated locations, didn't find anything. So we went back to town, and that's when the war shootout thing was. And we managed to shoot and dodge some bullets, but we did get hit in the leg. The first time around, Kim got shot. The second time around, Kim got shot. The third time around, we managed to convince him to turn around. And then, wake up 2 days later, come over to the island, do some investigating, have a dream sequence where I have trauma with my ex-wife. And then, we're here with this guy. So, let's finish up.
The old man stares despondently at the logs. It's like he's forgotten you're there.
Oh, it's composure. I could put more into composer. Okay.
A
tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house, stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst. Because of the racists, everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. Intense, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Kwayamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
Hi, Paul. Thank you for the resong. How are you doing?
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. What was that about? Steroids? It piqued your interest.
Yes, steroids. A racist on steroids. What is my opinion? You think the rich man has an opinion on this idiocy? Is the rich man on the radio telling you his opinion? No. The rich man's looking at real estate and fiddling his kids, wading through the corpses.
You have an autumn already? It's fall where you are? The leaves are starting to change color here. Pumpkin spice is back, man!
You moralist types are all crypto-fascists, eternally fascinated with lurid race topics, helping the ruling class conduct their swindle, keeping the inane conversation going on Channel 4. The rich man doesn't care about complexion. He rules the world, and he laughs at your moral soliloquies. Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses. That deformed toad, I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Edgar.
He talks a big game about uprising and social base. They must have sent the smart one to some university in Le Jardin, where it's alienation this and hegemony that. First against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
Of course, maybe the Clears asked him to.
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Where's my logic? Shit. YOLO.
Oh no, the connection doesn't come to you on such a pivotal moment. Slap yourself in the head again. Jumpstart it.
About this deal you made with Edgar. The death of the Colonel mercenary was only coincidentally beneficial to the Clarence.
Can help me.
What about the other people you've killed for them?
Other people?
Like the previous 4 women of the Union.
That's it. That's what you weren't connecting yourself.
I didn't fight 40 years to end up an informant for the international regime. What happened, happened.
Still dumb. Your eyes are transfixed on his digits. It's yellow with nicotine. You could say he has dirty fingernails, but that's just a fact. It's not going to do anything.
Look who's up from the drunken stupor. This one's worse for wear than me. Emotionally frayed. Life is hard for us human beings in deregulation hell, isn't it?
We will have plenty of time to talk about this later, Mr. Dross. When you're in pre-detention. It can take years in pre-detention.
Go ahead. I've been in solitary confinement my whole life.
Ease off it. This was not an unmitigated disaster. The lieutenant mitigated it. Just proceed calmly.
Horse. Every fucking morning for 34 years, throwing that ball, one ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A petank maniac race traitor. I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one, that one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bomb melt in my mouth.
A treat, better served for later. He's a pleasure delayer.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day, the blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Rene. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him. Haven't seen him there lately. Must be down with arthritis. Oh, cunt. Glad? It's all gone.
Okay.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild. Indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated. It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system. You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even, not senile. Is it some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clearly on.
No. I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
It's not a downer, rather an upper, judging by his snaps.
Like some kind of decadent rock star. No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried? Keep your eyes peeled. His lip curls into a sneer.
Glad?
Alright, let's arrest him.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Wait. Hearing? Wait, which one is it? Perception? Don't let me fail. Oh, thank God.
Again, to your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it, something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. What?
What are you talking about? Is this... Really? Us?
Your skin crawls.
Oh. Is that the cryptid?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence. It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in place.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise.
Put your head in your head.
instinctively.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
I can see it.
Keep continuing. Okay, we're not crazy.
4 simple words, thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane. But
Take a
that
picture.
means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm going to kill this movement
The
system.
creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of
Ah, he's gonna take a picture.
aluminium. He begins to pull it open extremely carefully. It's the camera.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
I don't think the pheromone will do anything.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air, slowly.
Okay. Please don't fail. It's 97%. Oh, thank God.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Sweat drips from your brow, soak in your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water. The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid. The invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you, moving in tandem on either side of the insect's small head. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you. The invertebrate stops, raising its scythe-like arms and tilting its tiny head, formed from the fused plates around its mouth. For a second, the effigy is frozen. Then it nudges back into motion with a click.
I exist. Tell me what it's like for you. Fire? Where? I do not have fire inside me. In me, there is not even blood, but lymph, like sap from a wine palm. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist, shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations, a swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly
What's
do
happening to me
not
right now?
and if I did, it would never burn. Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass, eternal damnation. Even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you. That must be incredibly hard. The arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up, bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater. So am I. I was born to detect supervisory words and semiochemicals.
Hello.
What were you born to detect?
You were here. Chemicals.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration. Very slowly, and only because he won't go away.
Friend?
It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
Oh.
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real. Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily. You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or a
Wait, so
Yes, they don't mind. Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time.
Aw.
It was an accident.
It's like a spider.
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulandian Isula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
it may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
And went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through full forms of government and two scientific
knows about government.
revolutions until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Reverchol, district of Martinez, March 51. Yes, I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods.
The cryptozoologist wasn't crazy. Vindication, yeah.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile senior nerve system, ominously new to the planet. The pale too came with you. No one remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not.
The pale is human made?
The Elysimetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all. It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind. You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are
We're
afraid
killing the
of you.
planet, yeah.
Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident. We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse. Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one day, or just forget?
If I blink, does the game end? I will be extra careful not to blink.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
It doesn't look like that, no.
What
You're
does it look?
just staring at it. Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
Sort of.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
No, there is
Oh.
one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
What woman?
You cannot lie to me. Behind you, it smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence.
Oh.
And it.
No? Wait.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It
Did it tell me to
remains
kill myself?
fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you. The sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this great statue of chitinous marble.
I got it.
Don't touch it.
A shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Huh. My friend? Is it our friend? Didn't it tell me to die?
Just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there among the reeds, a
What?
collection of
To
items.
sending the chat.
It's gone. Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Oh, her passport.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents. From the MT boy.
It's Klasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was, hiding place, or... Perhaps, but that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest. Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual. She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith. No, she lied to us. Her so-called real name was not her real name. Somehow she's managed to lie to us about that too. I don't know, but it's not Katarzyna Alazie or Klasia or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
The winds are silent. The streets are empty of her. She is no longer in the city of Revachol.
Huh. Alright.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
See?
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking, like an addict of some terrible substance. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dross?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid. Old age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
You should be more careful, Detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you? A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, Detective. That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross.
No response.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it. Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse. He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse. It does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall. Like a drug? His pupils appear to be dilated. They still are.
Hormonal?
You mean pheromonal? The scope, knowing of her bruises, his disposition toward Miss Orania, I see what you mean.
Okay.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should. No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80. This is an old man, at last. No longer a tin soldier, but the broken down remains of a man.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the coast?
The spirit.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply. He's gone again.
Try something else? We got him back for a moment.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Alright, so we go fuck around for a while then. Alright. The return. Alright. Oh, it's this way.
skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him.
This looks like an intervention.
I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it. Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
You don't like my hat?
Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it. That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton. Yes, that has always explained it.
Vic, calm down.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Kumar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstein, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Great. Okay, what's this about?
Harry, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid? The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Damn you betrayed me for the last time. I saved his establishment and he still betrays me.
Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant IO graffito in front of the building. It was on fire.
Yeah, it was a...
I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it. Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true. And it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on. Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Lieutenant, my name is not Horse-Faced Woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends. Okay, you're my commanding officer. I really want to respect you. I want us to have a normal relationship.
That will never happen, Jude. He's the rudest man on earth. He's the reason why the rest of us have to take sensitivity training. And I hate sensitivity training.
True. No one likes sensitivity training.
Yes, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I never said I wasn't Trent Heilerstein. Mikhail? Mikhail is my son.
Oh.
No problem. What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisuragi, still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells? Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Tron fucking Idlestown, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Baby is a police reporter.
Yeah, he's really like...
He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
He's like, I just came out here to like show my son around, and I guess I have to do work now, but like
Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
yes.
Do. It's a Major Crimes Unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
Oops.
The 41st isn't...
Where have we been? We've been fucking off as far as I remember. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die. Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. Heard this repentant shit a million times over.
But I am a sorry cop. Look, I got an achievement. Alright.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic. As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you?
Social economically?
Psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
That's a way to... You think I'm so poor I lost my memory? Capitalism gave me amnesia. You want to pick the first one. This one.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Vicmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mirror.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
Prepared practice? What?
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world team, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
There's literally gonna be an ad, so I'm just gonna hold for ad. Hold for ad. Hold for ad. Yeah. Huh. I want to go to the wiki so bad to read about the ad gods have spared you. No, give it a second. If the thing hasn't popped up on the screen, that means that the ads haven't started. Yeah. The annoying thing about Twitch is that it like has a countdown and then it goes away and then like either immediately or like 1 to 2 minutes later it goes off. I don't know. I don't get to pick it. It just so, you know, if so I saw my countdown end and there it is. That's why I have the on-screen thing, so you know when it's actually in progress. Thanks, Paul. What are the ads today? It can't be that long. Or maybe it will be long. You want to hear Streamer Yap? You can hear Streamer Yap if you subscribe or do Twitch Turbo. I sleep talking and I can't. Hey, if you sub or get if you sub, you can not view ads, and if you sub, you also get emotes. But you know, if you use Twitch Turbo, then you get no ads on the whole site. So I mean, like, there's that too. I still get paid. So yeah, you don't see ads. I know, but that's because you subscribe. Thank you. No ads are good though. Oop. Oop, oop. Although everyone on YouTube doesn't get ads, so I suppose. Actually, the funny thing is that YouTube, I've been watching some streams on YouTube, and then like suddenly an ad will go off, and I'm like, I watched my ad at the start. Why am I suddenly getting an ad? Welcome back. Yeah, I think it's just short ads today. Horror movie. I can't save. I can't save anyone. I never know when you're gonna get ads. You know? Oh. 40 seconds left-ish. God, can you believe it's September tomorrow? Oh my god. I'll lose my marbles. $15, 20 seconds? Also, it's confirmed Silksong is going to be $20 USD. Oh. Oh! Thank you for the gifted subs, Paul. Ria got a sub. You didn't get one. That's fine. Now you get no ads. Thank you very much, Paul. Alright, ads are over. We can continue. You know, 5 out of 6 chances. Dude, we lost the lottery. I lost the lottery 3 days in a row. You know? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't have focus. Where is the machine? There it is.
Hardwired to the free market. We just need it for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again. Line detective is good for me now. I don't want to be in here. I don't want to select any of those.
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Tequila sunset. Hold on, in the ocean? Bomb.
Yes, in the ocean, under the sea. Our work vehicle with fishing clams and other
Should I be
sea
honest?
shit.
The time had come. Tequila sunset. Might as well. Kim was a witness. Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Tequila sunset, not sunrise because you're almost dead. So funny, Harry. Thank you for fucking me.
Jean needs a fucking vacation.
Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired, and I'm gonna pay till I die. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge right here.
He squints at it, suspiciously.
Okay, and your gun? He has it. I thought it was in the ocean. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week and he's handled an actual corpse.
I just haven't washed myself. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week.
Bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let a suspect escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
That's the most insane thing to say right now. I wanted to arrest her. I just... Oh my.
Duped again. Not for one moment do I believe you quit drinking. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect. The one who shot herself. In the head.
Okay, but I tried. I failed the role.
For Claire's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. That's small time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared compared to the 7 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Hey, but I got 3 of them.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Thanks, Kim.
Don't make this harder for yourself.
Oh.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation. You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
Kim, I saved your life. I saved Scum to save your life.
The case?
Bon lieutenant Yefretor Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer.
I'm being judged!
It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer,
I'm being
is a
judged!
little odd. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time.
Well, I think
But
I smoked
despite all
one.
this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him anything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped working on the case. He is tireless, madly driven.
So if I played a lot of pinball and read books, would he be calling me out?
Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vickmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we also discovered the phasmid.
New species.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with
Yeah.
some Indian phasmid.
He takes out the photo and shows it to the officers across the yard.
In the rain?
Rain comes down. He covers the glossy photo of the phasmid with his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it
Boom
might be the
shakalaka,
largest land
motherfucker.
invertebrate ever discovered.
An absolute giant communist. No, I'm not gonna say. I should probably not say anything.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Boom, boom, boom. Yes.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
See, I may be a sorry cop and apparently a communist, but I can solve murders.
Yes.
I also might be clinically
Really
insane,
does make
but
it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
oh yeah. can I pick all of them?
Yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates. Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs. As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
It told me. It's just that's not the worst thing to say right now.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The bower would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation. Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here. Yes. That would be a pheromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's? There are species of bees that, under the influence of pheromones, take wasp larvae to their hives, and do the same with aphids, thinking they're... Do you think this is how it stayed hidden?
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any pheromones.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it...
Yeah, then I'd just be crazy.
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
Jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years. Like 70-something.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy
The
combatant.
deserter stuff, yeah. It's in the VOD. It's in the VOD from last night, though.
Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary died, right on the island, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
Get over yourself. You're not a perfectionist. You're a cop and you did a good
Oh,
job.
he said we did a good job.
From Lieutenant Kisaragi.
Oh, well, okay.
And none of this can hide the smell of booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something. It will pass in time.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Evrart and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
And eyes, too. Your return from the island must not have gone unnoticed.
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
I don't know what the Doom commercial area is. Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
No.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude,
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair,
The collection of sportswear
your
have
love of retro-style dance music, how you're able to perform a 360-degree spin kick.
The raw, robust stamina output. Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Yes, you taught gym in school. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school
So if you
gym
picked
teacher.
like the smart one or whatever, you were like a science teacher or
The
something.
smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Assel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so
Oh, he's a gym
juvie.
teacher? Ah. Thanks, Kim.
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries.
Dude, I became a cop to chase a girl.
An ocean.
Did I party in the church? Could you have a party in the church?
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you
Hardcore,
over.
hardcore.
Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Ultra hardcore.
Dora something. Dora Engelund. Yeah, you mentioned the name.
Not Dora Dubois.
Something like that. Half Vazan. No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
You wanna get married?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time. Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one. Incredibly bangable. She was extremely fuckable, Harry.
John!
A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a whalekin, basically.
Pain will kill.
Monsieur! The fuck are you saying?
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go home.
I think she taught in the academy design.
She just like...
Just
fuck up.
hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that. No. You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
Us? With the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? With the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good. Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky.
We don't deserve him.
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He's anything but a loser. Although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
Oh, really? I forget what they look like.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind
One is
a
bald
heavy
and one is
wooden
skinny with
desk.
red hair. Oh.
Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's
Yeah,
office.
Harry and Kim are a better
They
design.
speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some church.
We shot at a church?
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
We can't talk about something I was involved in?
Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
Okay. It's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there. Hard. Every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershaw. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
You're so sad.
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is Lena?
Tabernacle? It's on the way over.
We need to
Near
learn.
where you live on Perdition.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Oh, that's true.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
She is going to be over the moon. Watch out or she'll faint.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain. Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind. It says, tensions rise in Terminal YC in light of the débardeurs strike in Terminal B. Among representatives...
Should I invite Kim?
Coal City. You read.
Hang on.
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
Come.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Flattered? Your Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get
She just like, we need to get back!
I do like the sound of that.
Yay!
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
The great district hums in the falling rain. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, fire traps.
Sean used to be Harry's old Tim, which is why he really lays it into him, yeah.
From Precinct 41 to Boogie Street, forking into the rain-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time.
Wait.
Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yes. Really? Nix Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
I feel like I'm missing something. Ah! What about Kim's motor vehicle? What's happening in the city? Oh, look at that. He's helping. Oh, and Harry was being drafted. Look at that. He hates me, but... How would that ending go with fucking Kuno there? I mean, I have the save with Kuno. I could speed through it, but like... Did I complete the game? Yes. It's great with Kuno. Should we speed through it with Kuno? We can speed through it with Kuno. We have time. Still like 3 hours though? No, I know what to pick. Alright, I can go to the wiki now. I can go to the wiki! Time to watch all those breakdowns of the thing. Endings. 3 different endings and 12 unique game overs. Cop shoots child. Oh. 11 dead in bloody shootout. Oh boy. Dies under the boardwalk. Is that because you slip and fall? Try to confront Ruby alone. Oh. Oh, if you try to do it alone. Okay. Oh, if you say you're done being a cop after Ruby dies. Huh. What are the endings? Sensitive cop playthrough? Okay, so Kim can stay or go. Is interesting. If Harry agrees to taking Kuno with him, Kuno is left in Martinez while Harry goes back. And then we can recruit Kuno. That makes sense. Oh, you could get a bad ending. If Harry remained completely sober and or internalized the waste of Lang reality thought, he'll be allowed to return. If I drank alcohol and did not internalize it, he will be left in Martinez to live in the coastal shack. They would just fucking leave you? Damn. If you accidentally had alcohol ever. Oh my goodness. They gave you that thought so you could recover if you accidentally drank. Oh, I see. Oh, dude, Elizabeth could die? Yo. I said, she's there. She could die. Huh. Interesting, interesting. I didn't finish the communism class. Oh, so if you read the book, then you rebuild the tower with them? Oh. I feel like whenever they used really big words in the game, my mind immediately stopped. I was like, uh-huh. What is that in English? What is the thought thing anyways? I never really... A homosexual underground allows Harry to talk to Kim about sexuality? Damn. Wait, look at the collage. Oh, what? What is this? Wait, what? What is collage? Do you just like put things together? Oh, camera mode. Oh. Oh, so you can like place people. Huh, interesting. There's a lot of characters now you look at it. Hardcore. You pose. Oh, so you could like... Well, it kind of lets you look at all the locations, right? Oh, and you can pick like time of day and stuff. No, that's pretty interesting. Just to like look at it. Like if you put stickers, oh, you can put stickers. Like, okay, you can put text. Interesting. Strange. Interesting. Okay. So like I need a so okay. I need like a summary of the plot to make sure I understood everything that happened properly. Let's see here. Wiki, give me a summary. We know that the sniper guy took him out. Actually, I feel like... I feel like I could like... read this forever. So what is our issue? Because I feel like we knew, but like we weren't even married. But I guess you don't get married anymore. One of these days. Depression plus alcoholic bender equals loss of memory. Yep. Yes. Every goddamn night. I can't wait for snow. Dora, his future fiance. Okay. He only has 3 confirmed kills, which is an extremely low number. Okay. 90% of officers. Uh-huh. Okay, so he took a bunch of drugs and stuff while working as well. During a recent case titled The Unsolvable Case, Harry had a drunken outburst where he rendered a man unable to walk after beating him with his ledger. Oh my, what? Missed a shot aimed at a fleeing suspect who he hit in the pelvis and physically held a woman in his apartment against her will? What? Harry was a mean cop, I think. All kinds of fucked up. Yeah, seems like it. So, 6 years before she left him. Okay. In there too? Yeah. We made him slightly more tolerable. Yeah. So, a horrific necktie? What? Huh. Disco clothes and forget his problems through drinking and substance abuse. Okay. When they arrived, Harry drove off the rest of the unit, screaming at them to fuck off. Because they were all cramping his style and he was the detective god. Yep. Suicidal bender across the district. Across the room. Oh, and then Sylvie was like, bye. Huh. Definite cause is unknown. Side effect, maybe a pill exposure from the church. Huh. Okay. Okay, so what is the thing with her was their relationship lasted about 12 years. They were engaged. Wow. They were poor. Yeah, and at some point she aborted his child or lost the pregnancy. Okay. And then because of his working, their relationship frayed, right? And probably the alcohol and drug abuse didn't help. And then she moved. Also Harry's feeling of inadequacy, yeah. And Harry didn't, yeah, that's what they're saying. Okay, okay. So then where's the story summary? I want... Do they have like a story summary? I don't think they do. For the whole game? Yeah, no, I just want like they'll cover everything. Yeah, but at least like I found concept art. Do you want that? Well, yeah, this has concept art apparently. Yeah, I'm just like... Yeah, because like the whole setting is a lot to take in. I just want like... Yeah. Okay. But I think, like, if I had to talk about the game itself, it's pretty good. Like, I think the one thing that I hate the most is the stupid controls. Why have them if it's not gonna work half the freaking time? You know? Like, I don't know how many times I stood there, I pressed A when it was highlighted, and then it just, like, walked me towards it, walked me around, or, you know, whatever. Like, why have it? Why have them if it's gonna be so bad, okay? Like, it's just so painful, okay? Yeah. He's on the run from corporate espionage. She lands in Revachol and sleeps with militia guys. A deserter sees her through scope peephole and gets this weird obsession. Deserter kills him. She has Ruby and Hardy Bird state of lynching. Harry shows up and have a bender. Yeah. Rest is as you played. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, ads are gonna hit. Oh boy. Yeah, I feel like ad time, yes. We'll talk. My quick 30-second summary is the art is really good. The amount of lore and world building is pretty good too, right? Like, and then obviously the dialogue and the writing, that part, and the voice acting, it's all very good, right? Like, I think it's very solid. Yeah. And then I'll wait for ads and then I'll just talk more. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a glass of water while the ads go off. I'll be back once ads are done. Alright, let me switch over to this one? Is it this one? I don't think so. Oh, there it is. This one. Found it! Alright. We're not doing a Kuno run. Sorry, Kuno. I'm not doing a Kuno run. Okay. Move YouTube over here so I can see it better. You're gonna have your ass kicked and we're going to have fun. I'm gonna blather, I'm gonna yap now about the game. Thank you. Have a good night. You forgot your sub so you don't get ads. Yapping in the VOD, yeah. Okay. So we'll just wait for ads to end and then we'll do the yapping. I'm just checking if the BGM is echoing. That's not it. I upgraded OBS. That was a mistake. Advanced audio properties. Monitor only. Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. So yeah, like my 30-second summary for Disco was like, what? Wait. Here we go. Nighttime. Yeah, my 30-second summary is like, I don't know, like, just that it was good overall. Like, I don't feel like it was like revolutionary for me. That's the problem. I keep playing these games. Like if Vivi keeps I keep playing the games and they keep saying it's revolutionary, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's not for me, but I'm glad it's for you. You've overhyped it a lot, but that's fair. Yeah, but like, I mean, obviously, like, so far, like, I've at least, like, I haven't been let down in like a quality way, right? As good as the game can get. And like, if I like, the thing is that there's nowhere I can poke that would be like okay, Final Fantasy 14 is really easy. Right? But like, I don't feel like for this one there was really anywhere where I could be like, that could have been better, that could have been better, like, story-wise. I felt like everything kind of was pretty solid. It probably just wasn't resonating. That's probably just it. Right? Cause like the first thing I have to say is that like the voice acting is really well done, right? Like the delivery on a lot of the, like, if there was no voice acting whatsoever, I feel like the game would have suffered for it, because it added so much to the text. Like, the text, obviously the text itself is good, right? Because voice acting can only do so much, but it really added a lot, you know? Fucking Kuno. Right? Like, you know, there's, and Kuno don't care, yeah. Hardcore. Kuno don't give a shit. Yeah. Cause like, I don't know, and like the accents and stuff for a game, especially like, cause the game has so much about it, like lore wise, which is like with like the race stuff and the melting pot stuff and the different people there of all different walks of life. Having the voice acting and having them like everyone kind of having different, like, you know, pronunciations and stuff, like it was all very well done, right? I feel like some of those names would have been so hard for me to say, especially with the braces lisp that I've got going on right now. But like, yeah, and it was also interesting, like the setting. Like, I know it's because of like the studio and the authors and stuff, but like it felt familiar but fresh, if that makes sense. I don't know, I've been playing a lot of apparently like Eastern European shit lately, but like in the depressing thing and all that other stuff, like it all felt very like, you know, hard to put it. Also, the amount of French there, like my brain was like trying to like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, you know, I had the mandated, how many years? 14 years of French school? Well, less than that. I guess it would be 10 years of French school. You know? So it's like, I was just like, my brain, even though I don't speak French at all right now, and I'm super rusty because I haven't used it for so long. You know, like hearing the pronunciation and seeing the text and all this other stuff was like, I don't know how to put it. It was just like the point when you point at it and you're like, I know what that means. it's nice that in the that they didn't sometimes some of the localization rules is that you're supposed to like take the text and translate it when you localize it to other languages and stuff, and it seems like they said fuck it, it's staying in French. So that was nice. Because that's one of those things that's really, one, it's expensive from an art perspective, and then two, it's like, but the setting, it's important that it's in French, you know? So yeah, it is interesting that like when it comes to the disagreement with the union and the Wild Pines, that they don't really, I mean, like you can pick a side kind of by who you're helping and what information you're giving, but like it doesn't really let you, and it never really, like that issue never really resolves. Right? Like it makes sense that the scope of everything is kind of to this murder, but you know, you can only do so much. Yeah, like I feel like if you had that as well, it's too much. I have to say that the, like when we have Amnesia Cop, I was like, of course we have Amnesia Cop. Because that's a very easy way to get the player inserted in a role and like figuring out the past and like all this other stuff, or creating your own character, right? Like it's very common. So when I saw it, I was like, I know what you're doing here. But it was great. Kim is a great buddy cop. I wish we could talk to Kim more about stuff. I mean, I know we have the option and a lot of stuff to like talk to him, but his little quips and stuff, and how he sometimes pokes fun at you is great. I know in game it's only like a week, but yeah, I think that like it would have been nice to have more Kim. Like the thing is that like this makes me want to have more like Kim and Harry buddy cop stuff, you know? I wish we could have gotten more like Kim's backstory. I mean, maybe I probably missed stuff, of course, but like just a little bit more on like the main path. But I mean, clearly what they did was enough for me to want to save Scum and go save Kim. We never really get a read on it, but we get snippets. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It's only a week, and we only really we really care about Harry here. But you know, and I feel like even if I don't remember the names of all the characters, like they were all memorable enough that I could be like, oh yeah, the fisherwoman or the washerwoman or like the cafeteria manager, or you know, like stuff like that. You know, and also like I appreciate, you know, the character design. Everyone was kind of well, I mean, I guess it goes to the voice acting thing too, but like because it's a very like the racial stuff is important. No one has a name to their face for most of the game. Yeah. There's a lot of personality. There's a lot of diversity in body shapes, types, etc. You can tell that just like by like the lore isn't just limited to the world and those info dumps and the books and stuff. It's also in how the characters respond, how they're talking to you, stuff like that. To me, that was a little obvious, right? And the voice acting built on that by like the type of voice that they have and how they pronounce certain words and you know, things like that. if they sounded timid when they were talking or more direct and you know, stuff like that. So like I feel like that was very well done. Certainly I would say, like, in terms of just character, this game is very, very well done, right? The amount of swearing, every time a character said fuck, I was like, rated R, rated R, rated R. You've used your one fuck. And then, of course, you know, like, it didn't matter to them because of the content of the game is R-rated anyway. So, like, or 18 plus. So, like, using, I mean, the slurs were obviously blanked out, but using the slurs, you know, that was in-game, in lore, right? And, like, the swearing and all that other stuff, and, like, you know, like, I was like, man, I wish I had that freedom to just let the character say fuck. Because, like, maybe when, I know, like, Gatela restricts me with writing, and especially with, like, the more, like, political topics, to be extremely, well, one, I can't have characters say fuck, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, ugh. Right? Like, if I had all the ability in the world, Dax would be swearing like a sailor constantly. But instead I gave him Irish swearing and insults, where he just calls people potatoes and so on. And backhanded whatever. Yeah, I know. I had to figure out a way to do it. And like I guess the one criticism I have, and it's not really a criticism, it's just because I'm stupid, is that, like, it's really nice that the political alignment was really easy. I would say like 90% of the time to figure out what the correct answer was supposed to be for whichever way you were gonna play. So like it was pretty easy to like see like, okay, that one's gonna be that one, and that one's gonna be that one, and that one's that, right? Super easy. So if you wanted to do like the fascist cop route, you could. You know, even if you didn't, well, actually, I guess if you don't have any sort of political knowledge, you'll get jumped. Because I heard that some people, when they play the game, they're surprised that they get the alignment that they did. Like, I picked the communist stuff on purpose. So, like, but like sometimes when I had the option, I was just like, I don't feel like that's appropriate in this situation. You know, even though like I knew like that's probably what I needed to pick, you know. I'm just trying to be apolitical. Why are they calling me a boo-boo baby who pisses their pants? Yeah, I'm trying to be apolitical. That's why I'm picking all the moralist options or the liberal options. Yeah, I'd say I only accidentally clicked the wrong thing a couple of times, like the fascist thing. I was trying to be silly and I was like, no! I didn't realize. Oh. But my mouth tastes like metal. I mean, I have braces, but like, ugh. Downside of braces. Even for a unique experience, that's okay too. Like, even the fascist route and options delve into really interesting looks into the psychology behind the ideologies. Where braces, yeah. My braces have not been kind to me this weekend. But I did eat beef. I ate brisket. I haven't really been able to eat beef for like a few months, so that was nice. But yeah, like, you can tell that the authors have really understood like the 4 options that they gave you. It was 4, right? Moralist, liberal, fascist, and communist. Because, like, a lot of the times because, like, to, you know, recognize which one was what, I was like, oh, yeah, that's definitely going to be that one, and that one's that one. But sometimes they used really big words, and I was, like, sitting there, and I was, like, loading emoji. I was just like, I'm too tired for this. Can I get it in English? Right? Like the soldier going on his rants with the political stuff. What's so funny? Stupid. I was just like, someone who's the most common emoji. This all clicked for you? Yeah, it's just like, it's like, you know, how do I explain it? Okay. It's like, there's two cases, okay? And I don't think it's the first one, but you know when someone learns a new big word and then they start using it all the time, and then you're kind of standing there and you're like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, right? Like when, like people in academia, when they use big words to talk to you about shit, and you're just like kind of standing there and you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, and then they're just like talking about like pancakes or something, right? And you're like, why don't you just fucking call it pancakes? And they're like, well, we must seem smarter. And I'm like, please, I'm living off of 4 hours of sleep. Right? Or like, there's like that, or like when you, whenever I talk like technical jargon about like programming and stuff to someone who does not know anything, they just kind of glaze over, and you're like, imagine a car. like you know, when you talk about object-oriented programming, one of the easiest ways to conceptualize it is to talk about it in terms of blueprints and houses, buildings. The class is a blueprint, and an object is the actual house built from the blueprint. That got me through a lot of interviews in co-op, just saying, if you want to use it. Because what is object-oriented programming comes up in all co-op interviews. Just use that, it works. Teaching was a nightmare, and it was only until recently that you actually got it. Like, for example, I was talking to someone about the role of a lead in terms of with the manager of the team and the project manager. And you know those games where you're tied together with ropes and you need to like make a shape and keep the shape and like move it around and stuff. I was like, that's what that is. You have to make a triangle. If one person gives too much, right, then you don't have a triangle at all. Holly. Guess who has to go out, I think. I don't know where she is. She walked off. Okay, I think she has to go out. Give me a second. Dog. Walk easy. I'm gonna let her out. 1 second. I don't know why she asked me to go out when she peed on the carpet. She's like literally at the end of the stairs. She's crying because she wants to go out. I get up and then I look and there's pee on the carpet. And then I go to let her out and she just like stands outside on the deck, turns around, comes back in, and I'm like, all right, you're going to bed. Like she wanted me to escort her to drink water. I don't know. Man. One of these days, I'm gonna hire a professional carpet cleaner. Oh, boy. So yeah, I feel like my only criticism, and it's not really a criticism because that's just the type of game it is, but like sometimes it was a little difficult to understand what the characters were talking about, and I just kind of sat there like, But, like I said, that's just because I'm stupid. It was also a little difficult to follow the lore sometimes, but that falls into the same category. That falls in the same category because it's an information overload, right? Like, I mean, you can control how much lore you get, right? Because if you talk to Joyce forever, like I did, you get so much information. But like if you're on your third or fourth playthrough, you don't need to ask all these questions, right? Or go through all the dialogue. So it's nice that they let you kind of control how much of an info dump you get. But it is still an info dump. It is nice though that they kind of presented it, at least with Joyce, as like, oh yeah, no, you've lost your memory. She knows you lost your memory. She loves to chat, so she's gonna chat about it with you if you want, right? So that was nice too, because like sometimes, like there's also the books and stuff too, right? But like I feel like how do I put it? You know, like for Skyrim and stuff, they put all the lore in the books and then you just kind of live your life and no one reads the books, but like there's so much in there. I'm glad they didn't really do it here. Like it is there if you want it, but like you don't have to like engage with it because people will tell you anyways. It does make it interesting. Like, can you do like 100% perfect cop route? You know? Because like, you know, like even though the character has amnesia, you as the player knows stuff, right? So I wonder if you could fake it the whole time. People certainly have tried, yeah. I mean, the only limit you have is the dialogue options provided to you. But it would be interesting if after you played all 4 of the socio-political things and like all the different cops, there was a route where you could be a perfect cop. Because you would know everything, right? Like you have amnesia, but you don't, type of thing. So you get new options. That'd be interesting. It'd be hard to do, but you know. Like a new game plus thing, yeah. Because like then the authors would be accounting for the fact that you're doing a new game plus in the dialogue options, right? It is because Because, like, you know, they do track your stuff. So at the end, you have that sort of intervention kind of appear. And they're like, well, you did this and this and this and this, and you have all these options, right? So they do track what you do during the game. So it's like, what if... Because, like, when you go through your second playthrough, you know who these people are, right? So why can't you have options to be like, hey, Jean, right? You know, stuff like that. Stuff that only you would know because you played the first time around. Now, how it would work, I'm not entirely sure, because, like, you're supposed to have amnesia, but as the player, you don't, or if you have a wiki or something. But, like, I feel like it should only be enabled on your New Game Plus. But to have those sort of options, because then you could be like, oh, my memory's coming back, type of thing. Right? Like, it's a short-term memory loss, not like a permanent memory loss type of thing. Yeah. So you could choose whether you continue to have amnesia or not. But yeah, I feel like that should be an option. That's one of the problems with being in, like, an amnesiac character when you step into a game, is because if you already complete the first time you play through the game, you don't know anything, right? Unless you're following a Wikipedia article or you've seen someone else play or whatever. But, like, the second time through, the game knows that you've played through it, so why can't they adjust? But it is work, you know, because especially, like, for RPGs and stuff, and I've seen this with my own stats in the demo, people will play like 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe like the first hour, and then they start falling off pretty quickly. Like, the number of people who actually, like, hit the end of the game is very low compared to the number of people who play the first hour. I can, let alone the people who play like a second time, right? So it's one of those, like, sunk cost things where it's like, we've made a piece of art from start to end, which is good. Should we put time into making a New Game Plus? And a lot of people are like, but why? No one's gonna play it again, right? Undertale's a bit of an exception when I think about it, because one, it's a shorter game. It's like 4 hours, I think. So you can get away with it, yeah. Because, like, if a single route only takes like an hour, like you know, one gaming session, right? However long that is, like 2 to 4 hours, then people are more likely to replay over and over again if they know it's different, because they're like, okay, well, that was like 1 or 2 nights, right? I want to play more of it, right? I want to try it slightly differently. Whereas, like, for something like Disco, which was like this is 9th stream, so how many hours do I have? $36 hours. So yeah, like, redoing a 36-hour playthrough probably isn't gonna happen. Now, granted, your subsequent playthroughs, you're not going through all the dialogue options and listening to all of the audio and stuff again and taking your time, so, like, it'll go faster, but, you know, it's still a significant time investment, right? So how many people are going to do that, right? So that's what they kind of have to deal with. But yeah, I think it was very interesting. I also feel like the fan art I saw and then coming into the game, I'm just like, a fan art has lied to me again. Like, normally you see some fan art and you're like, oh shit, I've been spoiled. Like, oh god, the Delta Room fan art, the amount of shit that shows up on the TL, and I'm just like, closes my eyes, continue scrolling, is so high. I'm just like, oh, there's definitely spoilers here. Don't look long enough to remember what the image is, you know? Yeah, it's just constant spamming of art and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I know exactly who's contributed to it. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, keep scrolling. Oh, half of my TL is just Undertale art. You know? So, like, I saw some stuff, but like nothing really came up. Like everything was a surprise to me during the game. So, like, in a way, like, I didn't get spoiled, but like it wasn't at all like some of the stuff I saw. So, you know. But, yeah, it's, trying to think about, like, learnings to take from it. I like that the time only moved when you actually did stuff. That was a good thing. Because, like, if you wanted to run from one side of the map to the other because you're like, oh shit, I forgot to do this, right? Like, you wouldn't be penalized for it. Like, it let you just wander around. It was only when you were making progress in some way that time moved, which was nice. And it didn't move like significantly fast either. But like I felt like sometimes like standing there chatting away, like hours in game would go by and I'd be like, huh? Right? Like, it didn't feel like that at all, but then sometimes you're like wandering around doing stuff and you're trying to figure out where to go and you're like, damn, time hasn't moved at all. When is the day gonna end? You know? So, I think that was really nice. And also, you know, letting you skip time for some time-sensitive things was nice as well. It would have been nice too if you could have a little bit more closure with the city's residents. It makes sense why you wouldn't, because they're in lockdown because of you know, the shootout that happened and everyone's in hiding and other stuff like it. That makes perfect sense. But it just feels like you get a few which are nice, yeah, like the Hardy Boys or the Fisher Woman, yeah, or the cafeteria manager, but I guess I didn't go look for Kuno either, but you know, there's some that would have been nice, I think. Like, Joyce just leaves. I guess that makes sense, but you know, I do wonder what the how much she was involved in everything that was going on. Yeah, he just holds up. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, it doesn't really say anything there. But, yeah. It would have been nice to... I don't know. I suppose, like, that's the thing. It makes sense why, but it just felt like the ending just felt like, oh, suddenly a tribunal, and then it's... Well, you had the shootout. We knew that was going to happen for ages. And then it was like you go to the island and you talk to him and you get he's the guy, and then you come back and it's like, all right, are you clinically insane? Right? So that just felt like, oh, I guess we're done. But like, I guess leading up to it, it's like everything's wrapping up anyways. So like, of course it's just done, you know? It didn't feel like a final battle type thing, I guess, if that's how I should put it. It kind of did, but it kind of didn't, you know? Well, actually, I guess the final battle was the shootout, and then the epilogue was wrapping up the loose ends. I mean, you could look at it that way. But yeah, it certainly didn't have a sort of, and now we're going to talk about the power of friendship and save the world type of feeling. Right? It was like a life goes on thing, but that's kind of the point, I guess. So it's not bad, it's just, you know, the power of friendship, and it's Kim. Yeah, Kim is a bro, stepping up for me. I saved your life, Kim. As for like the murder and stuff itself, it's like investigating it was nice. Like I would say it was fun. Like it did feel like doing detective work, right? It's a shame the murder had nothing to do with what was going on, right? Like, which is not bad, because like both is like, so like the sniper didn't kill him because of like the union stuff or conspiracy or anything like that. It was like a personal reason, right? So like it's interesting in the sense that they took like the people in the city took a personal like murder and turned it into something political or about themselves, or like, you know, like that type of thing. Like if like it being, would you call it being self-centered? I feel like it reflects on the city a bit itself, you know? They're co-opting it for their own purposes, yeah. So like in that sense, it's interesting, right? Now, having it link up to a purposeful thing with the union and the protests and the conspiracy stuff, especially since, you know, it's implied or true that he had killed people for the union before, like you know? But, it doesn't cleanly wrap it up either, because then you get pulled into the union stuff too, right? So I think it's like, I think either one could have been good, but I feel like for the criticisms they wanted to go for, having it be a personal reason that the city takes and makes it political or planned or whatever was on the better side, I guess. It's also nice that the flowers or like the peephole or the footsteps and stuff like through the back room there, that, you know, it turns out that it was evidence, even though they were trying to mislead you into thinking that it was like you know, not important, right? Like our gut that someone was spying on her and peeping, you know, was right, even though other people were trying to say that it wasn't. I think it points to, you know, the fact that Harry is supposed to be a really good detective is because his gut is usually pretty good, right? Even if people say otherwise. Which does make me think that even though like he had, you know, that's why it's kind of a shame that he is so into like the drugs and the alcohol, is because he's not a bad detective without it. He just thinks that he needs to have it, right, to be a good detective, right? Because my playthrough didn't have any of that, so, you know. And God, how insufferable would you be if you did the Superstar Cop? I'm just thinking some of the options. What if you renamed yourself Tequila Sunset? Sunset Sunrise? God, I can't imagine that. But it'll be great. Yeah, I know. You just have to, you would have to commit to the bit, you know? Yeah. If anything, the Tequila Sunset stuff would probably be most in character to him, being like insufferable and rude and all that other shit. Like, damn. You know? It's nice to think that like all the options you have for Harry are all like different facets of his personality, right? Like he doesn't have to be. That also tied into the option of, is he really or pretending? Yeah, true. Like he can be very, you know, hi Lamb, how are you doing? Like Harry can be, we're chatting about the end of the game, so it's all spoilers, only spoilers. Right, like he can be insufferable, he can be sorry, he can be smart, insightful, you know, all of their stuff. Those are all aspects of him as a person. It's just with the option that he chooses to pick in the moment, right? Which is you as the player, right? Which I think is where it was nice. The options that they gave were so specific for the route that you wanted to go, right? Like, again, even though like the political options were pretty obvious, but also like the different cop options were also very obvious, right? So I feel like every single option is like a different kind of person he could have been, right? Because even like the sword cop, like when you had sword cop options, it was like, oh, I could apologize here, or I could be really, really rude. You know? That makes sense. I'm just trying to think about what I can take away from it all. It's like, well, okay. We'll start at I think we'll start with the political stuff. What can I take away from that? I think it just reinforces that, like, for Catala, for the debate stuff, I'm gonna have to dumb it down significantly. And not in a conceptual way, but a wording way, if that makes sense, a writing way. Because conceptually, well, actually, okay, if you have never been introduced to a lot of the concepts and the different ways those sort of political alignments would process those concepts before, then the concept is going to be very hard to understand, right? So I can understand why if you playing this game for the first time have never encountered like some stuff, right? Then I could see how you could end up easily on the moralist track or the liberal track, and they call you out and call you a dumbass. Right? And you're sitting there and you're like, why? Right? Because the understand like the conceptual awareness, right? Like, how do I put it? The depth isn't there. Like, the heart is there, but the depth isn't there. If that makes sense. That's why it always throws people off, I think. A quirk of the devs. They look down on sentimentalism the most. Yeah. Like, throughout the game, they really wanted to push you away from... They wanted you to be one of the extremes. Right? A lot of the options, a lot of the writing was very... Like, the options you had to pick were very extreme in the directions. And that's why I could see people... And like for myself too, sometimes like picking the less extreme options, even though you knew like this is the route that I want to take, or this is the route I want to take there. Like, you have to commit to it, because some of the dialogue options for some of the things are very very, you know, extreme, right? But yeah, like in terms of, because like there are people who don't want to pick the extreme options, right? And then there's people who don't understand where the extreme options are coming from. So like specifically for that situation where you don't have the depth and you're wondering how you ended up on the fascist route, for example, when you're like, but I don't understand, right? Because their heart is not in that route, but they somehow pick the options, right? And that's because maybe they haven't been introduced to certain concepts, or they were You know, like in that case where I accidentally clicked an option, I was just picking whatever I thought the character would most resonate with. Not necessarily what I thought was the best one. So like, you know, you're like, oh, I shouldn't piss off this character. I'll pick whatever would make them happiest, right? And then it's like, oops, right? So I think in terms of that, like making sure that the concept is clear. Now, clear is whatever, right? Because most of the time the stuff for Gatilla debates are all built off of the side quests and the main quests and stuff, and like gathering evidence and stuff. So like that gathering evidence portion, all it's kind of saying to me is that I have to explore the concept in those sections more thoroughly than you might think. Because, and for a lot of people, it's going to feel like baby holding, like your hand is being held, baby's first political game. But like, we can't have a debate battle on any sort of concept and make it feel meaningful if you haven't had the basics explained to you. It's kind of like math. We can't get the multiplication if you don't know what addition is, you know? And we can't get to addition if you don't know what 1 + 1 is, or like numbers are, you know? Because, and you know, like the debates also grow off of crawl before you walk, yeah, right? Like the final debate battle is supposed to be a summary of all the other debates and all the evidence you've gathered through the whole game. We can't have that sort of, just mechanically speaking, we can't have that happen if the concept hasn't been taught to the player, even if it's like made up fantasy concepts, right? Like we can't have that happen. Because what will end up happening is people just click random options until they get it through, and what is supposed to be a meaningful, you know, debate or conversation or whatever is just, I'm clicking through to get to the end because I don't understand any of this and I just want to see the final cutscene, right? Which kind of defeats the whole purpose of the game. So, at least in terms of the debate mechanics. So, you know, and we can't dumb down the actual debate because like the debate is with like lords and, you know, kings and rulers and stuff, and like they should know their shit. Or at least like in the game they should know their shit, you know? So like that's one thing that's kind of reinforced with this, is that we can't have, or I can't have, I need to introduce the concept even if it's like super simple, and we're gonna get ads, so I need to hold for ads. Whenever they appear, because they will appear at some point. Man, how do I get rid of this metal taste in the braces, you know? Like, how am I supposed to get rid of this? Where are the ads? You told me there'd be ads. All right, there's the ads. Now, braces, metallic taste. How do I get rid of it? Is it just drinking more soda? God damn. Come on, Reddit. Come on, Reddit. How do I solve this? Is it just drinking more soda? Taste of blood or metallic taste? Oh, God. Ugh. Some people are saying I haven't been able to taste the braces for 3 months, and now I can. Oh no, and it's just people saying, yeah, it sucks, bro. Okay. It just sounds like I'm gonna have to have more flavored water or something. Because it seems like if you have like a flavored substance, the metallic taste goes away. So, I guess I'm buying flavored water packs this week. Man. Because I've mostly been having Gatorade recently because it's been hot and I've been doing things. So like you need the electrolyte boost, right? And during the winter, I only have it like once a week, really, when I do like cleaning the whole house. Because that's a lot of work. Like, this is like 4 hours of work. Right? But definitely have it like every day in the summer. And yeah, just plain water is really not blessing me with this. Okay, we got 2 seconds. 1 second. Are we done? Okay. So yes. So I think the first thing is that I need to. This is why one of the reasons why I want to play disco before I wanted to play Ace Attorney. I want to play disco before I did some of the debate rewriting, because I knew that like Ace Attorney, a lot of people said like Gatela was really like Ace Attorney, but I never played Ace Attorney, so like I had no point of reference for anything, and I have notes somewhere. I also have a VOD, just like chatting about things that I think I should change after playing through, because it's like the detective evidence gathering stuff and presenting evidence part that's I think really important. For the political stuff though, this was really good for it, and just like character dialogue, because obviously Ace Attorney is like an anime type of dialogue, which is closer to probably how the writing is gonna go, just because it has to be like 14 plus, like T, rated T. There's no way I can get in an E rating, so it has to be a T rating. It's probably like, you know, the writing's gonna be closer to that instead of like swearing constantly. Although as much as I would love to do that, what if I make an 18 plus farming sim, but it's just because people are swearing. And they're talking about the crop rotation and government subsidies. Just get the agricultural knowledge in there. But yeah, I think that that's definitely gonna have to be a thing. Especially because Gatela's like the political stuff we talk about is more like it's more complicated, and it's not something a lot of people think about a lot. Like like for disco, a lot of the stuff was like fascism or like race and stuff, and it's like, man, people talk about that shit all the time. You encounter this stuff, like if you're an adult, you encounter this stuff all the time. It never stops, right? The discussions never stop. But like, how often do you see people discussing like, well, okay, we're talking about tariffs a lot recently. So I was gonna say about taxes and exports and imports and tariffs, and I was like, wait, never mind. Never mind. We're talking about it all the time now. It never ends. Maybe I don't have to introduce that concept. You know. Maybe I do because people don't know what tariffs mean. You know. But at least when I started writing the game, I was like, shit. Like, how do you explain luxury taxes and exports and stuff? And not export it, like taxing like food and things like that. And it's like, you know, in the few playtests I had of some of the more complicated subjects, it was like people were like, I felt like I was writing an English essay and I didn't really know what I should pick and what should be the right answer and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, you know, certainly in terms of answers, I feel like I need to make it, if there's no wrong answer, it should feel like any answer is a good option. If there is a wrong answer, it should be obvious, like when you're going on to like a certain path, right? Should definitely be obvious there. Thanks, Paul. You shouldn't do it when I'm looking at chat. Yeah, and then the gradually building on concepts, right? We can't lore dump. And it should be in an optional way. But that's kind of how the game works to begin with. Forget Taylor. Because you're rewarded for exploring and talking to people and stuff. So, I just have to make sure that there is more of that. I don't know. Like, like for example, a lot of the NPCs, their dialogue is about kind of what's going on or like their state in the town and like things about their everyday life, right? And that's so that I can make sure that the cities and stuff feel fleshed out, right? Like there's no way I could do like every single NPC feels like a real person with a real backstory and a lore thing. Like I can't do that everywhere. But at least for the ones involved in the side quests and stuff, I can add more, right? And it's certainly like in terms of like how they are characterized, I think I'm gonna have to think maybe a little bit more on the dialogue. But it just sucks because it's so restricting. The not being able to swear and stuff. Profanity, it is wild how much profanity impacts characterization. Absolutely wild. Obviously voice acting too, but I'm not gonna have any of that, so I'm screwed. So, but like, whether a character chooses to swear or not, how much they swear, what, you know, that type of stuff, like not having that option is like, it feels like being like cut off at the knees. Right, because then you have to go into like more, I would say, floral language for characters to like talk about stuff, right? Like there's a character saying like, I hate this, or I dislike this, or I don't like that, right? Like there's different ways to say that you don't like something, but like, you know, like a character being able to swear or curse, right, implies a stronger dislike or something, or maybe they like something, or, you know, that's the thing about cursing, it's just like an adjective. And And so when you're limited, it's like you have to use more simpler terms. But the thing is that when people talk about stuff, it's usually in a more direct way. Like, it's direct, but it's also indirect, right? Because at work you can't swear. So, like, well, you shouldn't swear at work, but it happens, right? So, you know, like, you could say, like, I don't know about that, right? If someone's like, do you want to do this? And you could be like, I don't know about that, right? Like, you can be like kind of political about your dislike or whatever. But I feel like the average person, if you walked up to them and they're like, what do you think about milk? They'd be like, who the fuck are you? Right? Why do you want to know? What are you selling me? Go away. Gen Z stare. Like, you know? If they did answer you, they'd be like, I guess it's okay, right? Or like, I like it, or like, it's expensive, you know, like, it's so, like, it's very, right? So to have a character be like, at least with the plot, it's like, they probably wouldn't be very floral with their dialogue about such simple things, you know? It'd be more direct, whereas like when you're doing the debates and stuff, right, about concepts and ideas, they're going to be more wishy-washy, not committing to stuff, you know, talking when you, like, you know, someone who doesn't want to actually help, but they want to pretend like they're helping, they'll have more sort of dialogue where they talk in such a way that it sounds like they're agreeing with you, but they're not going to do anything about it, you know, that sort of stuff. It's easier to do those different things when you're able to, but when you have like more direct stuff going on, it's like, well, there's only so many ways you can yell out, like, look behind you, gun, turn around, you know. Which one would a character pick and why, right? It's hard to say. Unless you just go off vibes. I don't know. So that's why it's like the characterization, I think, is pretty nice. But again, the voice acting really steps it up. But yeah, I think, you know, other than just rethinking some dialogue stuff, which of course you write it, then you write it again, then you write it again, and you keep adjusting. I think that until you get like each character's voice, I think that how they did the political stuff, I can learn from for Gatela. Yeah. And mostly it's just slowly introduce the concepts, make sure people understand it on paper, you know. Have them go through the side quest to get their fact that they need for the debate, right? Have the I think the debates, like the main route, like if you just speed through the whole game, that main route to be extremely basic understanding, I think that would be maybe but that would be so mean. I'm open to being mean though. Immediately -1 review out of 10 because you can't finish the game. Or you finish the game, but it's the bad route. Okay, so consider someone who does not do any sort of research in the game. They don't go off on and talk to people. They don't gather evidence. They don't do anything. They just show up to each debate after each, plot point. And they're there and they do it and they check all the boxes. And so the only route that they get for each debate is literally the most like superficial answers. They only get stuff you find out because of the main story quest, maybe one or two things that they do on the side, but they don't have any depth to what they're talking about. And so the debates always feel very like short, maybe? It reminds me of, so one piece of feedback I got was Joseph's debate in the demo is actually quite long. But people didn't know that because they just picked he's like, hey, if you want me to continue shipping to you, like, it's gonna cost more money. And the people just said, yeah, sure, okay. And then they ended the debate, and then they sat there and they were like, wait, that felt too short. Wait, because they could continue playing the game, but that was like kind of the worst option. So I've already done it, but like, what if I did that for the whole game? And so you go through the whole game, you go through all the major debates, and you just kind of sit there and you're like, why was that so easy? What is going on, right? Or like, why? Like, that creeping feeling of like, that was too easy. There must be a second phase or something like that, right? But you've committed to. And so you get all the way to the end of the game and it asks you to review everything and you can't answer anything because you didn't do anything. You didn't do any understanding. You just went with whatever. Can you imagine? And at the end you just get the worst ending. Sorry guys, I'm delaying Gatela for another year so that I can implement a really bad ending that no one will like. And you'll find out about it after 40 hours of playthrough. Oh god. I don't want to do it. I kind of want to do it. You didn't play the game properly. Go replay. Because the thing is, I'm going to be adding in a accessibility option to highlight sort of best options for people. Because some people got really stressed out with the like, it's like the auto battler stuff, but like with the debates. So some people got really stressed out about it, but you still have to like the option's not gonna appear to you if you haven't done the quest to get the flag, like the fact in the journal. So like, I could be really mean. Because right now, I have the debate structured like the big debate battles, structured in such a way that the facts you need to pass the debate, you can't initiate that debate battle with the boss until you've cleared them, because you wouldn't be able to finish the debate, right? Like, if you need to know that Jimmy stole something, right? and you haven't gone and done that, then you can't initiate the debate because there's no way to clear it. And I did that so that people wouldn't accidentally be locked out or like sort of how do I put it? Like the worst thing is to go like with a boss battle where you walk in and you see the boss is level 50 and you're level 10. You instantly know I am too underleveled for this, right? But for the debate battles, you don't really have that, so that's why I was gonna add that blockade. But like, I could probably keep the blockade, but change so that you just need to have one of the routes through the debate open. It doesn't matter what it is. And then you can clear it, right? As long as the debate is clearable, then you can go attempt it. Even if the clearable is the bad route. How is Dog doing? So Charlie is doing all right. A quick recap is Charlie hurt himself jumping off the bed on Tuesday. He couldn't really walk. He could walk. He could go up and down stairs. I did have to assist him quite a bit, but he was, you know, like his back legs were not doing too good. I took him to the vet on Thursday. The vet said that they think that he pulled something because he has arthritis in his back legs. So the vet said I think he's pulled something. We'll give him antibiotics. No, not antibiotics. Anti-inflammatory. And painkillers. So hopefully it'll help. And I'm just kind of sitting there. But the thing is, we had to run blood and urinary test because of his age to make sure that he could take the medication, because he hasn't had any issues since 2023. So I was like, God damn. So the appointment was like $600. And most of that was just the testing. And I was like, And we come home and he's taking the medication now. And the blood work and everything came back fine. They want to retest in a couple weeks. I have to ask them if that's an additional payment or not. Because if it isn't, sure. But if it is, then like, bro is 14. He'll be okay. Yeah, so he's been on the painkillers for 2 days now-ish. And the anti-inflammatory, and he's doing great. He can jump onto the bed now. He can jump off the bed, jump on the bed and off the bed. And he hasn't started stealing food from the garden again yet. But yet is the key word, because I caught a video of him standing there, longingly staring into the garden beds, wishing he could jump up to steal some cucumbers. But yeah, he's doing much better. I can't believe the boy made me spend $600 because he pulled a muscle. How fucking spoiled. He almost dislocated my shoulder picking him up and carrying him around. They're like his back hip is stiff, and I'm like, yeah, my whole body's stiff, and good Lord. But yes, he's doing fine. Holly's doing fine too. I put her to bed a while ago. So yeah, I could be so mean with the debates. I have to consider that. I think it's a valid consideration. I don't think it'll be that much more work either, on the grand scheme of things, but it is an option, you know, but yeah. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else. Like, the art in Disco is good, obviously, and everything fits the lore and stuff. I can tell that there was a lot of care put into it. I'm gonna be so depressed when I read up more on it. Because I know about the legal troubles. And it's like, oh, to put so much effort into it and then have that go down, it's like, you know. It's so depressing, that's so sad. Right? That's why I was always like, I don't like talking to investors and stuff like that. They don't really, there's no respect for the medium. They also don't live in reality. I still remember showing them Undertale and being like, okay, so like, because they were critiquing how Gatela didn't look like COD. And I was like, I'm here asking for like $10,000. COD is 50 million, right? Like they didn't understand at all. And I showed them a picture of Undertale as like an example of like a game that was recently released that made a lot of money. And they were like, this game made like what, $10? And I was like, I think he made like 50 grand, like 100 grand or something in the opening weekend. I forget. It was a lot of money. Something like that. I forget. 100,000 units were sold maybe? That's not 100,000 US dollars. That's like at least 1 million, I think. Yeah. So like, you know, and the investors were like, we think you're lying. And I'm like pointing at the Steam sales chart. I'm pointing at the Game of Sutra article. I'm pointing at the official announcements, press releases. And they're like, nah, they're lying. And I'm like, huh? Or like, I remember talking to a guy, a business guy, and he was like, I am amazed that games have so much, like they're so open about their sales data and numbers and stuff, and like how to do certain stuff. This would all be trade secrets and locked down and you know, no one would ever know anything type of thing. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty good it's not like that, hey? But the downside is that like they don't understand anything ever. Depressing. And then you've got like publishers nowadays, they only want they want the game to be done and then they'll publish it, and you're like, but you didn't do anything. It's literally the Sailor Moon meme with the my job here is done, but you didn't even do anything. Because like they just want to give you like 10 grand and be like, yeah, we published the game, and then they get control over a bunch of shit in all the back ends for everything, and it's like, but you didn't do anything. You didn't help fund the game for how many long years? You didn't do any marketing, right? Like they'll say that they'll do marketing, but they don't actually do marketing. It's like a big scam. And they only want, and then they'll be like, yeah, so we're gonna take 90% and you get 10%. And once we've recouped, then we'll drop it so that you get 30% and we get 70%. And it's like, huh? I did all the work. I paid for it. If you look at the pie chart where the amount of money and time, it's significantly higher. Why? Right? So it's like, And then they're like, and then we want IP rights and we want all this other stuff, and you can't do updates anymore because the publisher doesn't want you to do updates, even though you'd be more than happy to support the game forever, right? Or you can't do sequels because they own the IP and like all this other stuff. It's like, it's so frustrating. And it's like seeing this happen with Disco too. It's like, God, I can't imagine. Happy September. Yeah, it's September. So yeah, lots of things to take away. I do feel like it was a complete game. I don't feel like there was any loose ends other than just wanting to know more about stuff. Oh God. But it felt to me like it was open-ended enough that they could do a sequel, or like have different characters in the same universe and refer back to like Harry and Kim, or have them show up as like cameos, right? That would have been cool. It just spent so much time building lore. Oh, I mourn the loss. Hopefully everything turns out well in the end, but that's depressing. All right. Any last questions? I think I'm running out of ideas. I don't think I have anything else really to say left. Good game, solid game. You know. Oh, Nova's live. I haven't rated Nova for a really long time. Okay, we're gonna raid Nova. Thank you for joining, everyone. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. I put out the schedule. So that's that. That's a good game. I have to write down my notes in a notepad document or something. I don't forget, but yeah. Alright, start read. So good night, goodbye. Thank you for joining. Have a good start to November. See you on Tuesday. Bye.